Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm RJ. We've got a big video for you today. We have to bring Amy back to help out this one. Amy, we have to talk about the time travel mystery that is hidden in Red Dead Redemption 2. It's going to be trippy. How you doing today, Amy?
I'm doing well. It's definitely going to be a trippy episode, so stay tuned, everyone.
Yeah, it's always great having Amy join up. She has a brand new channel here on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description. It would really help out if you go give her a sub. Now, we are at Francis Sinclair's cabin. Once you find all the hidden rock carvings, you eventually find out that Francis Sinclair is a time traveler. He even has a connection to the Epsilon in Grand Theft Auto 5, so more on that in a moment. But here we are at the time travel mural. Well, we have found every location depicted in this mural. When I first saw it, I was mind blown. Why does Red Dead Redemption 2 have futuristic or at least modern day buildings with a blimp, an atomic symbol sign, and even in the past to ancient Egypt? What the heck is going on here?
Yeah, when I first saw it, I was really taken back as well. And then when I saw the futuristic buildings, I automatically thought of Grand Theft Auto, that it could be a wee hint to like GTA there they were showing.
Yeah, it has to be. We'll definitely touch on that coming up later on in the episode. But if you played Grand Theft Auto 5, they talk about the Epsilon with a birthmark on their face having red hair. So it is pretty clear that Francis Sinclair is an Epsilonist. You can see him traveling through time. And like I said, every single one of these locations can now be identified. We'll show you in this video. Do us a huge favor, hit the like button. We'd really appreciate it. Also, we have some big live streams this November on both of our channels, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell with all notifications on. You'll not want to miss them. Thanks again to everybody in the Trippy fam. So we got to start off at the first location. If you guys have any thoughts of your own, definitely drop it in the comment section below. But it seems like Francis Sinclair first time traveled to this one right here. You can see how he went through the portal. Here he is. And then coming out on this side where you can find the wagon and the cow. So I've covered this on the channel before. If you've not seen it, I'll meet you there. Here we are, not too far away from Rio del Lobo Rock. And then you can find Francis Sinclair's cabin back next to Lake Owanjila. So this seems to be the same thing depicted on that mural. You got the two cows or bulls dead with the wagon, and then a couple dead guys. So it almost looks like this place was struck by lightning, but I believe it came from the time travel portal that Francis Sinclair traveled through. So it's almost like he showed up here and these guys got caught in the blast. I do want to point out that Amy is coming in via satellite from Ireland, so you might hear some background sound effects. We apologize. But what do you think, Amy? Do you think that this is from that time travel mural?
Yeah, I think it's another location you can get struck by lightning. This could be caused from Francis teleporting into this time period. I think I might have seen that someone actually wore the Viking gear here and they did get struck.
Really? I've not seen that.
Yeah.
Of course, we have gotten struck at another location. Kind of looks like this. Of course, no bull or wagon there, but it's up in this direction. We just covered it where you can get struck there at exactly 10 o'clock p.m. That's a whole nother thing, but as far as this location, you know, this is the only wagon that I've seen in the entire game that has two bulls, you know, not horses, that are actually pulling it. And then the two random dead guys. They don't really look too familiar to me. I don't know if maybe they're from a different period or not. Let us know if you guys have any theories. But I definitely think that this is the location that shows up on that time travel mural. This is where Francis Sinclair, I guess, arrived. Now, when you actually meet Francis after finding all the, you know, the different wall carvings, at that point, he's a baby. So I'm going to show you a quick clip of that so you can kind of get the feel of what's going on with Francis Sinclair, and then we'll meet you at the second time travel location.
It's sort of a puzzle thingamy. I know, it sounds ridiculous, but I'm on the up and up, and it's really important.
Little rock carvings.
Yeah, exactly, little rock carvings.
What do you want to do with them?
Well, it's sort of very complicated, and you'll think I'm jazzed if I tell you.
You're what?
Drunk?
Are you?
No, I wish. No, I'm, lost. It's a long story.
My husband.
Yeah.
He's dead. He's been dead since just before Francis was born 1 year ago.
Your husband, Francis, is dead?
No, this is Francis. My husband, Tom, is dead.
I'm a little confused.
Yes, I think you are. What was your name?
That's not important. Excuse me.
One of the images on the mural shows a battle, and you can find that here at Bulger Glade. There's cannons, and it seems to be the Civil War that is on Francis Sinclair's mural. What do you think, Amy? Are we at the spot from that mural right here at Bulger Glade?
I think so, as I don't know of any other battlegrounds in the game. This is the only one I could think of. And you can see in the mural there's kind of soldiers lying dead and some sort of soldier helping another one. It does look like the Civil War, even the clothes they're wearing in the mural. I can kind of see a hat. It looks like a Civil War hat in the picture.
We also have reports of ghostly screams and pretty much sound effects from the Civil War. It's pretty rare, but apparently you can find it right here. It's pretty obvious that this is the biggest battlefield in the entire game, another place that is shown on that mural. So we'll look at the mural one more time. But the next location is something pretty mind-blowing. We're back here at the Hawk's Eye Cabin. Before we look at the mural, take a look at Francis Sinclair's business card. At the top of the card, you can see a symbol that represents time travel. The hourglass is time, the wings are travel. So he even has time travel on his business card, which claims he's a collector. Staying here at the Hawk's Eye Cabin near Strawberry. So we're back to the mural, Amy. You pointed out how you have lightning bolts almost coming out of Francis's hands. So maybe that is why, that first location with the bulls, maybe that is why it's scorched. But there's also a pirate ship, there's a meteor, there's a lot going on in this mural.
Yeah, definitely. I think the meteor could be a reference to the crater or the cabin that we can see up in Ansburg. And the lightning, yeah, it's making me think that's referencing where we can see the cart and the bill. That's showing us that is where Francis time traveled to when he appeared in Red Dead Redemption 2.
You see how the sun is also next to the wagon, considering we found that in the middle of the desert. I really think that is why it's showing. It's in a hot, dry desert where you can find this. And then, of course, underneath the pirate ship, there are a couple different shipwrecks in the game. Maybe it's one of those. Amy said how the meteor, you got that crater, definitely one of the most memorable locations here in Red Dead Redemption 2. And then ancient Egypt. I think maybe even Egypt was meant to be in the game. I'll show you why. Ooh, there's an obelisk. Of course, you got the obelisk not too far away from Mount Sham. But the next location has to be this one right here, which I believe is another blockbuster Rockstar gem. And of course, we just came from the battlefield looking like Bulger Glade to me. So next, we're off to the city. Here we are, Los Santos. You can see the blimp flying over the city. It even says atomic on it. And of course, the atomic symbol is on the mural. So what do you think, Amy? Is Grand Theft Auto 5, San Andreas, and Los Santos represented in Red Dead Redemption 2 with this time travel mural as well? I mean, it is in the future.
Yeah, I think that the mural is depicting GTA 5 for sure because of the blimp and it's showing the future. I know it's one of Rockstar's most popular games, so why wouldn't they reference it in Red Dead 2?
Yeah, I really do think that they pretty much continued some of the mysteries from this game into Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, we talked about how Francis Sinclair is an Epsilonist. It's pretty obvious. If you go onto the GTA 5 internet, you can find an Epsilon program website. Here you want to go to evaluate your identity and take a look at these questions. Do you have red hair? Just like Francis Sinclair? Of course he does. Do you experience deja vu again? Perhaps a little time travel reference. Do you want to understand? Whatever. Do you have the endurance to lie with 9 partners a week? Oh yeah. Do you consider attractiveness? There's another one in here. Here it is. Do you have a birthmark on your face? Obviously talking about somebody like Francis. And then I believe there is one more thing that we got to look at. Right here, the 12 tenets. This one says that everyone is related to everyone else except for people with red hair. Apparently that's a fact. And then this one, aliens exist and are present on Earth. If you have a birthmark, you may be descended from Kraft, the famous emperor of the 4th paradigm. You can also find the Epsilon HQ right here in Los Santos. Pretty interesting that they reference it, at least very subtly, within the time travel mural. Any thoughts on that, Amy? I mean, why is this guy, Francis Sinclair, an Epsilonist?
It does mention about the birthmark, and we know that Francis Sinclair has the big birthmark on his eye. GTA was actually out before Red Dead, so maybe they had actually had this Easter egg planned for a long time, and they thought since they had added it into GTA, they would continue it on in Red Dead.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, but there's one more thing that I wanted to ask you while we're here in Grand Theft Auto 5. So I looked for the main building that is in that time travel mural, and I have not found anything here in Los Santos that looks exactly like, kind of like that pointy building that we just looked at. Do you think that it is not Grand Theft Auto 5? Amy, could it possibly be referencing the future GTA 6?
Yeah, so that's a good idea. I came across my mind too that it could be referencing the new city we're going to get when GTA 6 releases.
I think it might be a building from Chicago or maybe some kind of city that has not been in a Rockstar game, so perhaps it's a city that will be in Grand Theft Auto 6. If Rockstar is going to reference GTA 5 in Red Dead Redemption 2, then why not represent GTA 6 as well? So we showed you the Epsilon HQ. There's definitely something going on here. There's only one more location on that mural, and that is Ancient Egypt. I believe that Rockstar may have wanted that to be in a Red Dead Redemption as well. We went to the wagon in New Austin, the battlefield in Boulder Glade, and even into the city. The last location is Ancient Egypt. Is that Francis Sinclair as the Sphinx? Amy, what was your thought when you saw Ancient Egypt is part of the mural inside Francis Sinclair's cabin?
My first thought when I was seeing this is that Francis Sinclair had time traveled back to ancient Egypt. He may have even won over the Egyptians, respect, and they worshipped him. Saying he time travels, they probably thought he was some type of god.
I could definitely see that. If you have some sort of futuristic being coming back to ancient Egypt, they're definitely going to think you're a god. So was ancient Egypt, Cairo, the pyramids meant to be part of Red Dead Redemption 2? We may have found something that suggests that Rockstar could have planned that to begin with. Here you can see we are just past Mexico. If you played Red Dead Redemption 1, Mexico ends right about here. There's Amy. She's making her way across to make it to us. But if you look right in this direction, not too far away from the border of the map, you can see what appears to be a pyramid, almost like it's hidden in the mountain. See that mountain? Well, if you zoom in, it's a little bit tough to see. But you can see the tip of the pyramid. So I find it pretty interesting that it's not too far away from the border of Mexico. Seems like you just have to cross, go a little bit south before you make it to the pyramid. Here she is. She finally made it. Not exactly sure what you're doing, but there is the tip of the pyramid. I'm hoping that we can get a better look at it, because you can see how you kind of go underground. If we can switch to first person mode, yeah, there it is. That is the pyramid. So what do you think, Amy? Could it be, especially considering how close we are to Mexico, that this was supposed to be the pyramid on the time travel mural? I think this might be some sort of content that is incomplete.
It does look like it. The way the texture is making it look very incomplete, but it's very trippy when you look at it. And you can't see my view right now, but I'm on the top of this pyramid, and I can actually see a pyramid in the distance. If you want to come up to me and look where I'm at, there's actually another one way over in the distance.
You can
Looking
see
like Egypt
another
to me.
pyramid. It is definitely trippy out here. Look at that. There's no other mountain or some sort of landmark in the game that forms a perfect pyramid like that. Alright, so where's the pyramid that you see? I mean, the one to the left of us is pretty clear. I'm sliding down like we're on a log flume here. And now I'm hovering up. So where is it?
So see directly in front of me, maybe you want to get on my horse. I don't know if you can do it while I'm floating. Can you see it just directly in front of us? You have to kind of tilt your camera like up and down, away in the distance to get it. It's not showing on your screen as well as it is on my screen. Like, it's literally not on your screen, which is weird.
Now also
Glitchy.
keep in mind that Guarma is right over here. So this is where you can find Guarma. You know, of course, Guarma's not there, you know, in the real game, but as far as where Rockstar put it in the files, it is right here. So not too far away. You know, I could see them definitely hiding some sort of Egypt, maybe even just a small dream sequence or something right here. The fact that we can see it almost looks like pyramids, especially this one. I believe that this might be the pyramid that was represented on Francis Sinclair's mural. But let us know what you think, man. We got all the locations from the time travel mural potentially represented through Rockstar Games. Any last thoughts on this, Amy? I was, thought this pyramid was extremely suspicious, but now if we attach it to the mural, it could add up that this was perhaps in the plans to be in the game.
Anything's possible, and as you said, you can go to Gorma, and it's only for a set few missions. Maybe they had, where we were going to like Egypt for the set few missions that we do there.
Once again, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to hit the like button, and much love to Amy. Thanks for joining up. I've been wanting to ask you about the time travel mural mystery for a while now, and now that we're exploring outside of the map, I don't know, this geography is crazy. Much love, Amy.
I'm glad we finally got to talk about all our theories today in this video, and thank you everyone for watching. We really appreciate it.
Definitely hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Tune in as we will be exploring outside of the map in an upcoming live stream. It almost looks like there's more pyramids out here. And don't forget that Saturn was on that mural as well. Could we be on Saturn or maybe the moon? I don't know. There's only one more place to explore, Amy. It looks like we have to go to the great beyond. Thanks again for watching the episode, guys. Stay tuned. And as always, make sure
to stay trippy.
Y'all come back now, you hear?